Hey guys, this is Aaron. We're going to start on the fourth piece of our chess set here in this series. This is the bishop. So hopefully you've caught the videos for the pawn, the king, and the rook. If not, they're linked below. Take a look at them because we're going to build on what we already talked about with those pieces. All right, I'm going to come in here and open the base I created by double-clicking. I'm going to grab a line, locate the center, click right there, and drag up. A bishop's going to be taller than a rook, but not as tall as a king, so I'm going to say this is bishop height. Again, not looking for a specific exact height or anything like that, but just a ballpark to, give me a reference line is basically all I'm looking at. So I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to drag this over. I'm going to hold down shift till I hit the outside edge, line straight down, line back over, just to give me that flat plane to work on. I can draw without a reference plane there, but having this plane means I'm not going to accidentally snap off into an odd direction or anything like that. I can actually keep everything on a single plane, so I'm assured that everything is in plane when I'm done. Generally speaking, a bishop has a little circle on the top, so I'm going to use the circle command, hit C, and drag a line down something like that. Like I said, something like that. That's about as precise as we need to be right now. We're sculpting. We're not drawing architecture at this point. Now I'm going to grab an arc. The top, the kind of distinguishing feature of a bishop is that kind of egg-shaped head that he has there. So I'm going to click on an endpoint in the circle, and then I'm going to click on a point in the center line and just kind of pull out until I feel good. That's right there. Seems like that's about perfect. I'm going to switch back to lines by hitting L, and I'm going to put the collar on here, just like I have on my other human-esque pieces. I'm going to drag that over, and then one last arc is going to go from here down to here and pull in like that. That looks pretty good. A little bit of cleanup. I don't need these extra lines. I do have to make sure to come in and draw a line from this point up so that I bisect that circle, so when I do erase I can get rid of that half, and then I can clean up the rest of these interior lines, get my profile, get rid of these extra edges, and then, like we have done so many times before, well, 3 times before, I'm going to use follow me. I'm going to select the path, then I'm going to select follow me, select the profile, and there we go. All right, that's pretty close to what a bishop looks like, but if you've seen a bishop, it has kind of this weird cut down into the egg shape. So what we're going to do is we are going to leave the group, and we're going to come create some reference planes. So I'm going to start by drawing a rectangle. I'm going to grab the rectangle, and I'm going to draw kind of a long, skinny rectangle like that. And I'm going to pull that up, and I'm going to triple click, right click, and make that a group. All right, this is the solid I'm going to use to make a cut into this egg shape. That's actually a little bit too big. I'm going to make that a little thinner, something like that. That works good. And I'm going to use the move command to move this straight up. Just going to go vertical. Then I'm going to click again and move it back along the green axis till it intersects the face. All right, that's about perfect. Now, this is why I made this so big, is I didn't want to have to line it up exactly. I didn't want exactly the width of the piece or anything like that. I want it big because I just want to lap into it. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to use the rotate command. I'm going to come over here and click rotate, and I'm going to rotate along the red right from the corner and just kind of tip it forward a little bit. Something like that. So I'm in SketchUp Free, so I don't have access to solid tools. What I do have access to is intersect with model. So what I can do is I can double click on this piece right here. I can select the egg-shaped top, right click, and say intersect faces with model. Now any place that this surface intersects anything else in the model, it gets broken. So what does that mean? Well, I'll come out here and I can delete this. I only needed it for a little bit. And that's what it did. It came in and made a cut. If I double click and go back in here, I can select this surface and delete it. And that's the cut it made. So you can see it did have a problem making some of this geometry. This geometry is incredibly small. Fortunately, it's pretty easy to heal up. If I just turn on my line and just trace the edge, it disappears. So it looks like I have 4 spots where the intersecting geometry made something too tiny, but like I said, not a big deal. A couple clicks is all it takes to get that cleaned up. Last thing I have to do here, obviously, I got an issue. I can't 3D print this. It's hollow right now. So I'm going to have to draw a couple lines which will close off that interior geometry. So 2 lines is all it takes, corner to corner, corner to corner, and that closes in that geometry. If I back out now, go to select, pick that again, I can use my entity info to see that that is a solid group, thus 3D printable. So that concludes our 4th piece of the chess set. Our bishop is done. Up next, we'll take a look at the queen. Thank you.